welcome back to Try You Talk, where we don't give and you said not to ask you what you have for breakfast, which doesn't apply, but we don't give nothing, a sigh, kind of a grunt and a sigh. We don't give a grunt or a sigh. We don't give a loose scrotum on a warm dish rag, was what you would probably say. And I was going to say we don't give, a whole lot of caring about. I was going to say something timid, mild, but we'll go with her suggestion of a loose scrotum on a warm wash rag. What you had for dinner. We do care about movies, books, music, TV series, some of our favorite bands today. I wanted to talk about what you talked about before, and we will again, the Jon Spencer Blues Explosion, because I figure it's one of the bands from, they're still around, from the 90s, one of the best bands in the 90s in my opinion. Orange, their album, 94, 95, is on my top 10 list, and it's a lot of the reason that the site exists, because I thought about how I got exposed to the album Orange, and it's through a friend of my cousin, and he just brought it over because he read about it in an article in Rolling Stone magazine. I mean, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been into them when they were out. I wouldn't have went to one of my best concert experiences ever, was seeing them on the Now I Got Worried tour in Cincinnati, and still to this day one of my favorite music experiences. But their album Extra Width could be in my top 10 most likely. Now I Got Worried. We went and saw them where I got this shirt. It's a Jon Spencer t-shirt at the last time I saw them here in Columbus, and it was just a small bar, and it was a great show. What I remember of it, we were still drinking heavily then. Well, a fun fact, you have a fun fact from that show you might not want to share. You're not going to share that fun fact?
Yeah.
What happened to you? Was it after the show? You don't have to go into detail, but it did, right? Wasn't it after that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Neil exposed himself to a dog in an alley after that show. Or maybe something else.
There was a lot of high fives going around that night.
There was?
Yeah, drunken high fives.
There was? Was I in on that?
Yeah, I don't think you were annoyed by the drunken high fives.
Good, because that embarrasses me. Drunken, yeah, we don't give a drunk. No.
I like that venue though, because you could get right up. You could stand right on the stage, pretty much.
Yeah, it's amazing that they didn't have more people at that show. And back in the 90s, they would fill up Bogarts, your mid-sized concert venues. My favorite size concert venues. But if you haven't listened to Jon Spencer, the Blues Explosion, go out and get Orange. I'd start with Orange. I just think it's one of the best albums ever. Drums, guitar, just the format. Now, people have gotten into the song Bell Bottoms because it was on that movie Baby Driver. That's how the movie opened up, which is a great way to open up a movie. I think I made a list after that, opening songs in a movie, and I think that was my favorite. There are some good ones, but Apocalypse Now opens up at the end, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's some others. I'd have to look at the list. When I was making it, you forget. Well, Pulp Fiction with Miserlou by Dick Dale. That's a great opening.
I think
Boogie
Jon
Nights.
Spencer in bigger cities, probably Brooklyn and Manhattan, and probably sells out the more medium.
I would say so. He lives in New York City. He did live in Columbus for a period.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, we didn't use your fun fact. I was going to say I'm about to stop wiping, because I just thought about, can you imagine how much time you have on your life if you just stop that little of wiping?
You'll miss out on the ritual, though.
Oh, yeah, the ritual. Well, I'll use my cell phone so I don't have to damage the environment. That's a fun fact. I'm going to start wiping with my cell phone. It's not an iPhone, so don't worry about it. I don't buy iPhones because they're not as good to wipe with.
Not that there's anything wrong with them.
Or no, we're the slaves. There's nothing wrong with that either. But that's what the guy at the Verizon store told me. I said, well, I kind of got a problem with the way these are manufactured. And he said, well, everybody's doing it. Like that was his trying to sell me, Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he needs to read Fight Club. Or
yeah,
watch it.
Yeah, he said, no, bad, everybody's doing it. Just go ahead and buy one, man. So, and then I told him I don't buy Nikes anymore, because they got busted for the slavery thing.
They just had another one. Women sports teams, athletes, I think it was the University of Oregon, came out and, man, they're just shitbags at Nike. I mean, they treat people horribly. This girl, I think she ran track and field, and they sponsored her, and then she got injured, and they screwed her over really bad.
Oh, it doesn't surprise. We're getting into some stuff that we say we don't talk about at Try
Oh,
You,
yeah.
but we lied. But we'll get off of it. I was just saying I'm going to wipe with my phone, and I that was my fault.
Have you ever gotten a hand job while you're taking a shit?
That is he got the hand job in. Well, I probably started to give myself one in the beginning of one. I've never went through why I was shitting. Let's say hi to Micah. He's been on some of our videos, and I remember. Here's a fun fact. We got a lot of them in this one. It's he tried to eat cereal one morning while he was taking a shit to save time, and he came out. We're like, "How was it, Micah?" And he said, "Not that good." Have you tried that again, Micah? Let us know. We'll ask you on the next video. But let's get back to Jon Spencer. It is some of it's. I mean, it's called the Blues Explosion. He'll say, I don't play no blues in a song, I play rock and roll, which is a play on Fred McDowell saying, I don't play rock and roll, I play the blues. But they incorporate soul, great rock, go get Extra with Orange, Now I Got Worried, Come to Try You, post it. They've got an album where they back R.L. Burnside, Ass Pocket of Whiskey, one of my favorite albums. A friend of mine bought that on my 19th birthday for me at a CD store in Columbus.
I love that one.
It's a great album. Jon Spencer is just a band that you don't hear about anymore, but I think the people that do like them are the people that we want on the site. But if you're a fan, let's say the White Stripes or the Black Keys or Zeppelin even, or any of the blues-based rock bands, I mean, even Nirvana. I mean, if you know Pavement, you probably know Jon Spencer or Mudhoney. But all these bands, if you're a fan of any of them, if not, come to Try You and let's post and talk about it. I'm gonna probably get off here and go clean my cell phone. Micah, I just wanted to say hi again, buddy, and good job.
What kind of cereal was it?
I know, Micah, that's something. Come to Try You. Get back on there, Micah, in the next video. Tell us what kind
Even
of
though
cereal.
we don't care what you had for breakfast.
We don't care, but we do care if Micah took a shit and was eating cereal. We do care about that. We're coming off all our morals.
I know.
We took that hard stance, and then we just got off it on this video. We'll be back, and we'll stick to our guns next time. We'll have to set some rules. We'll probably have to get a ruler or something out here and just smack the shit out of each other when somebody fucks up. But we'll see you next time. Come to tryyou.com. Like and subscribe for our filthy camera person, because she's always saying these dirty things. And I'm trying to keep these videos clean. And we'll see you next time. Bye, Micah.
Thanks.
Bye.